me all about it. Tell my girl she feeling fine. Couple days to me is like an hour. So I took a meet. Party till the sun come up. You know sip that lean, roll that green, and get drunk as fuck. You know we gon' party, yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. I ain't got no work tomorrow, you know it's Friday night. It's time that I get my bottle. Oh yeah, I'm finna get right. I done had me a long ass day, and this whole damn weekend go my way. Pay attention to the words I say. I'm tryna get fucked up today. You know that's right, I'm tryna get so out of sight. Bring your girls, I bring my boys to tell your friends that a nigga don't bite. Take a ride with me, spread your wings, come fly with me. I live my life so drama free. If you ain't about that life, don't bother me. We gon' party till the sun come up. You know sip that lean, roll that green, and get drunk as fuck. You know we gon' party, yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. We gon' party till the sun come up. You know sip that lean, roll that green, and get drunk as fuck. You know we gon' party, yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. Hey homie, this my party, I want everybody gnarly. You better get your shawty, that Bacardi gotta act naughty. And I love the way she work it, I mean who I love her body. When she throw that monster back, I be like girl don't hurt nobody. I just really wanna have a good ass night. Let me sip my drink, no care in sight. Pour my shot, let a brother get right. If you run out of liquor, then I might take flight. Take a ride with me, spread your wings, come fly with me. I live my life so drama free. If you ain't about that life, don't bother me. We gon' party till the sun come up. You know sip that lean, roll that green, and get drunk as fuck. You know we gon' party, yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. We gon' party till the sun come up. You know sip that lean, roll that green, and get drunk as fuck. You know we gon' party, yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. You know oh yeah, you know what's up. Pimpin' on these haters, we too drunk to do no favors. Vodka tastes just like lifesavers. Music up like fuck my neighbors. I'ma drink until I'm faded, celebrating like I made it. This right here for the chicks I dated. Grind so hard and I know they hate it, but I ain't never gonna stop my grind. Ain't nobody ever gonna stop my show. Everybody got their hands in my pocket, but ain't nobody ever gonna stop my dough. Take a ride with me, spread your wings, come fly with me. I live my life so drama free. If you ain't about that life, don't bother me. We gon' party till the sun come up. Sip that lean, roll that green, and get drunk as fuck. We gon' party, yeah, you know what's up. Oh yeah, you know what's up. Oh yeah, you know what's up. We gon' party till the sun come up. Sip that lean, roll that green, and get drunk as fuck. We gon' party, yeah, you know what's up. Oh yeah, you know what's up. Oh yeah, you know what's up.
And now listening to Konkret music.
I just wanna take your body on a magic roller coaster ride. Feeling like I fell up out the sky with my cape on, leaving a trail of napalm. One of the many planets that I skate on. To clear my head at night, I walk the moon, skipping rocks on the Milky Way. Then I'm back around noon. I touched down like a tsunami, thinking of any and every alibi to tell my girl she couldn't find me. A couple days to me is like an hour. I bathed in the sun, so I took a meteor shower. My vision clearer since I opened up my third eye, feeling free like a bird when the bird fly. I know you heard I never been swerved by glitz and the glamour, hidden with knowledge they can't stand you.
There's no stairway to heaven, so we're hanging out on the moon. Hit your ride on a satellite, moonwalking. No stairway to heaven, so we're hanging out on the moon. Hit your ride on a satellite, moonwalking.
I was moonwalking way before Neil Armstrong. Gotta open up your third eye to see what I'm on. The place I go, you can't follow me. Infinity stones on my ear like I'm trying to guard the galaxy. My mind waves LeBron James balling with adolescents. Jab stepping haters out of their blessings. I walk the planet like I own it, knowing that the man in the mirror is my one and only opponent. Hoping I recognize the man I see. I just wanna be great later, homie, so let me be.
Hey, yo, hold on.
I wanna fly. Why lie? Last year I was dead broke, now I'm getting by. You wouldn't understand nor what you give a damn of a black man living in an unforgiving land. So I maintain and keep moving. Vacate to a star system of my choosing. I'm moonwalking.
No stairway to heaven, so we're hanging out on the moon. Hit your ride on a satellite, moonwalking. No stairway to heaven, so we're hanging out on the moon. Hit your ride on a satellite, moonwalking. No stairway to heaven, no stairway to heaven. No stairway to heaven. We're moonwalking now. We're moonwalking.
If it isn't the bull. Yo, yo, yo.
Yep.
So you listening to a little Tunes Bowl, man. You know what I'm saying? There was a little Lonzo Star on the speaker box, man.
Hey man, what's going on with that, man? When the mixtape dropping? When the EP dropping?
Hey man, I definitely got some things in the mix. The wife was on my top. She listens to a lot of like lo-fi YouTube channels. And she said, yo, man, you should make your own lo-fi channel. All them beats you got. I said, damn, maybe I should. And make it centered around instrumentals you should listen to while you're reading your comic books. So should be dope.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Should be fire, man. But let me send out a couple more of these tweets, man. Trying to get everybody up in here so we can get it rocking. As you know how the algorithm be.
Yeah, man, you gotta go right to the source, man.
Right to the damn source, don't you? I'm posting. I feel like so you know on Facebook how you used to be able to like add highlight and you could add a bunch of people. They I feel like they cut that joint off. I feel like they was like, get the heck out of here with all that
They said you was reaching too many people without paying that money.
without paying that chicken, man. How dare you? Who you think you are? You know what I mean?
But let me see, man. We should be. So have you kicked it off already?
Yeah, it's live right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Look,
It's
I'm
on live.
glad I asked. Just so I didn't say
yeah,
anything too
yeah, for sure. Swear to God, you asked, man. Yeah,
say something too crazy.
that might have got crucial, man. So, but either way, this is recorded, so we're gonna be reposting this. It's gonna be on the YouTube channel, it's on the Twitch, and it's on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. It's on your IG right now. That's
Yep.
fine. Okay.
On IGN and Facebook right now.
No, that's lit. Okay. Say Lessington. All right. So man, we can get started, y'all. This is a funny concrete approved episode where it's going to be hosted by none other than the federales themselves. Man.
Let me get my Vlad TV on real quick.
I don't know what kind of questions I'm going to be getting hit with, what kind of indictments will be ensued after this, but you never know with this guy, man. So, Jari, welcome back to the platform of Concrete Approved, where everything is concrete approved. So,
Ironically enough, this is my first appearance on Concrete Approved.
Is it?
And I'm on the opposite side of it right now, so it's time for me to ask some questions, man.
Listen, man, this is not your first time.
It is, man. We talked about this.
So you did a concrete approved Kickstarter edition, but you never did the official, just regular joint. So
this is true.
Both is true.
Now, while we're speaking about Kickstarter, man, let's kick it off by telling people why we're here. So tell them a little bit about your campaign.
So we are here for the Akolyte Volume 1 Kickstarter. This is a coming of age, 5 years in the making, Volume 1 that's finally put together, and I couldn't be more excited, man. I couldn't be more excited to get to this point.
So let's break that down, right? For the folks that that may not the casual comic book connoisseur. Explain, what a volume is, what the significance of these first 6 issues are for you, for Acolyte, and kind of break that down for the people.
So, full volume trade is a full. Well, for us at Concrete Comics, this is the first collected arc of said characters. So this is issues 1 through 6 of Akolyte, where you get a full-fledged story from beginning to end. It ends in a very climactic way, but so you basically get a full look at how Akolyte started, how he became who he is, and how he's still learning who he wants to be, as well as getting introduced to the world and some of the greatest villainous threats in the Concrete universe.
So let's go ahead and throw the first question up there. So diving into Acolyte, who is legendary Acolyte and what does he bring to the indie comic game?
So the legendary Acolyte is a young man from Sapphire City, aka Southwest Philadelphia, and he discovers that he shares DNA with an ancient celestial being, and now he must learn what it is to become an infinite supreme and a cosmic guardian. But on that pathway, some of the most deadliest and villainous foes from all over the universe and on Earth are coming out the woodworks to stop him. And he got to figure out who he wants to be and who he is, and how he wants to be remembered.
Okay. Now break down what you feel like Acolyte brings to the indie comic game that was missing.
I think he brings a coolness to indie comics, just in comics in general. I'm a big space guy, as you know. I love space. I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek, and it ain't a lot of us black folks in space in fiction, man. We had like one person on Star Wars. We
Hmm.
got the Cleons on Star Trek, and we got the boys that got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
alarms on their head. We had my man from Reading Rainbow. He was in space, but just asking you, how many can you think of, man? How many black people do you know in fiction that were in space that was prominent figures?
Oh, just Acolyte at this point. You know what I mean? Like aside from the ones that you named, of course you got your Blue Marvel, right? Like you got, those characters. You got the John Stewart or whatever the case may be. But he wasn't. I mean, he goes to space, right? But it
Yeah,
it's almost like pulling teeth once you get to that point where you're trying to, grasp at imaginary straws at this point. So, I think setting the tone for that is definitely key, especially in the indie comic game, right?
yeah,
As a man that is now, I mean, we pretty much traveled the country together for the past what 12 to 15 months,
damn near
and
the world, man.
yeah, yeah, no, right. And just seeing everybody's reaction to what we're doing at Concrete and their reaction to Acolyte, from Phoenix all the way up and down the East Coast, right? How does that feel when somebody walks up and like you mentioned that cool factor, like that immediately sets in when they see the character design? What's that feeling like?
It's an amazing feeling, man, because I feel like you see the reaction of people like, is this is this like a comic book? Is this real? And
Hmm.
and they flip through the book and they're like, wait a minute, man, this is serious. Like this ain't just some hobby. Some guy just whipped this up and is trying to shove it, down people's wallets. This is an
Hmm.
actual book that looks like somebody took their time to create it and really loves what they're doing. So when people pick up Acolyte or any of the books from Concrete Comics, I always get a I always get that special beat in my heartbeat that's like we're creating something that people are proud to have in their hands. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
proud to take home and add to their collection. And to me, that's the real value is the people that post about our company and they're proud to have our books in their collection.
Hmm.
Because there's a
Yeah, I
lot of
think
books.
that.
It's a lot of books that you can have in your collection. And you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And people are specific about what they want to brag about. So the
Oh
fact
yeah.
they brag about our books, man, it's a humbling feeling.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, just think about all of the places that we've been, all the people that we've met. We never take any kind of sale for granted, or we never assume that just because folks look like us that they should come and support us or anything like that. So everything that we put out there is always of the highest quality. And Acolyte really paved the way for a lot of creators like myself to come on board and follow the path that was laid out there. So when you first put it out there, right, the very first con that you did, the very first person that supported your book. Do you remember that feeling?
Oh, for sure, man. I remember the first negatives for sure. I remember the positives as well. Funny enough, Jamil was one of the first positives. He was one of the first people that reached
Oh,
out to me
really?
and said, "Yeah." Jamil was one of the first people that reached out and was like, "Yo, who is this? Who is this
Hmm.
guy? He looks dope. He looks cool." And for those watching that don't know who Jamil is, he's the writer creator of Absolver, here at Concrete Comics. But yeah, he was one of the first. And then after him, it was a few people who would pop out and say, "Hey man, your character looks cool. Your character looks dope." They didn't know the story, so
Hmm.
I don't them for not diving in deeper, but just off of the aesthetics, they thought Acolyte looked really, really cool, and they
Yeah.
were excited about it. As far as on the negative side, when I was first getting into the business, I guess there was like a narrative in comics that superhero genre wasn't the thing for indies. Like everybody was doing like at the horror or suspense or some other type of genre. So I was getting a lot of flack for him having a cape. Capes were allegedly, you know, not cool anymore. Why did he have on a hood? Why was Acolyte spelt with a K? Why was
Hmm.
concrete spelt with a K? Where's the E at the end of concrete? Like it was a lot of that coming from people that actually weren't even supporters. They were just people that just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, voice their
Hmm.
opinions. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
So I remember it all.
Yep. Yep. I mean, that's amazing fuel, right? As much as some of the negative comments can stick with you, depending on how fragile you are, going into it, it can really break certain people's spirits, right? But pressure makes diamonds, right? So six and a half years later, what
Oh,
what are you most proud of?
well, to comment on what you just said, one of the main factors, man. I'm from a tough city, from a hard city, as are you. So we hear negative stuff our whole lives, man. And if you let that deter you from your dreams, then maybe that's not your true dream. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because if somebody can just derail you from your path with just their own opinion, um, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I don't know what to tell you. Um, that last question, I'm gonna kind of slip my mind a little
Well, I
bit.
said, what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud to. I'm just most proud to get to issue 6, man. Like
Hmm.
getting a full story out is very rare in this business, man. Like we see it all the time with Marvel and DC and them other guys. A book can come out, and if it ain't doing good after that second or third issue, it's cut. They
Yeah.
cut that joint, and they may revamp it or make it shelved for a minute. I think like Luke Cage was shelved for years, wasn't he?
Hmm.
It wasn't until the TV show that kind of bumped
Yeah.
him back out there. Same with Black Lightning, right? They weren't talking about him at all.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. To the show came.
So the fact that we at Concrete continuously are able to drop multiple issues just shows that we have a solid fan base that truly loves our stories. They're not coming back for no reason. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? They're not just sticking around because it's the cool thing to do. Because I think we cool, but we ain't that cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying? We ain't that damn cool. So the fact that they sticking around, they reading, I see them arguing about who can beat who or why certain characters shouldn't have died. You know what I mean? To me,
Hmm.
that just makes what we do very exciting, man. And I'm very proud that we created something that resonates with a lot of people.
Most definitely. All right, let's cue up the second question, man. Was Acolyte the first character you ever created?
Was acting like the first. Hold on. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but I couldn't find the. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't find the joint. You said, was Acolyte the first character you ever created? Yeah, Acolyte was my first. It goes that the way I'm dropping my characters is exactly how it happened. It was Acolyte, then Zoriel, Sith Row, um,
Hmm.
and the list just keeps going like that. So I'm going in my exact order of creation.
Hmm.
No favoritisms. All my children get love. You know what I'm saying?
So, so by this being your firstborn, right? What went into the name Acolyte? Why did you choose that
Um,
name?
funny story. When I was younger, and I went to a Lutheran church, and my first job, I was an acolyte at church.
Hmm.
And the acolyte is basically I'm the person that sets the ceremony up. So the candles, I light the candles. I walk down before the pastor. I just get everything right, and then the pastor walks down, and then I'm chilling up there at the pulpit, and we just relaxing. So I always thought being an acolyte was such a high honor, that when I crafted Acolyte and started creating them, it was the first thing popped up. It's just like, what if I name him Acolyte? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like I, and it's crazy because Acolyte was actually he was a more of a supernatural character when I first created him. He
Mm,
was more like he was surprisingly he was more like Daredevilish, but with like a deep supernatural twist to him. You know what I'm saying? Um,
okay.
and one of my friends, when I was creating them and starting to get the wheels turning, he said to me, he said, "Hey man, I know what your heart truly desires." Because I was creating them, I was creating Acolyte in a way that was easy for me to film him. Because I really just wanted to do film when I first started
Yeah.
it, and I knew I ain't had no budget to be flying around in space and
Right.
carrying buildings. So I was gonna make him a grounded hero that was just gonna be a dope story. And my boy said, "F that, man. Go all the way. You love space. You love Star Wars. You want to travel the cosmos, man. Do it with
Hmm.
that."
Do it.
And when
Yeah.
he said that, I just said, you know what? And I flipped everything. The
Yep.
story is the same, just the origin of it is different. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what kind of sparked the naming convention, right? But when you think about the design, right, one of the things that we talked about when I first came on board was making sure that the design is iconic enough to where it can stand the test of time and it can stand next to folks where you're
Yeah.
not constantly trying to kind of reinvent the wheel. What
Yeah.
led to the not only the hood, but also like the Cape Hood combo. Like explain like how you came up with that design, how you landed on his design.
So I put a lot of myself into Acolyte. As far as who he is without the suit, a lot of that is just me, just straight what I see myself as, music producer and other things
Hmm.
like
Minus the 6'2" part, but yeah, I'll give you everything else.
that. And if I got the right shoes on, you never know. But 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 you know, when it comes to the hood, I wear a lot of hoods. Like I literally had one when we just got on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wear hoods. If I could wear hoods all the time, I cut the sleeves off, wear them in the summer. Like I love wearing hoodies, and it started when I was a child. It was like a safety blanket. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Hmm.
I was a little shy. I didn't really like talking that much. I didn't really like. I don't know. It feels like my own place when I put it on. I feel like I'm in
Hmm.
my own environment. Same with like wearing shades or something like that. It's just a,
Hmm.
it's just a vibe that it came with. So and I don't know many characters that had hoods on. Um,
Hmm.
but I really loved that one design of Sub Zero on like I think it was Mortal Kombat 3. I think that was the one where he had the hood on. And I
Hmm.
said, "Oh, that's cold, man. That's cold." And it's crazy because I'm a Scorpion guy, but
Hmm.
I don't even know why I chose blue. Red is my favorite color. So
Yep. Yep.
like everything, everything I did with Acolyte it was just solely organic. I think he looks. I couldn't imagine him being red flying through space. Like it just wasn't something I could
Nah.
see. You know what I'm saying? Like the blue just it just made sense to me just to make them blue and to put that hood on, but to design the hood in a certain way. I wanted the hood to be swaggy, so that's why I put the end on it and I put the designs on the hood. And because I was trying to find a way to hide his identity as well without having to put something on his face. So I
Hmm.
figured he has his eyes, they glow so bright it's hard to see in there, but he also got the hood where you can only kind of see his mouth, and that's it. So
Hmm.
all that went into like that design and just having a cape, man. There weren't enough people wearing capes out there, man. I wanted to bring that traditional
And to bring the
hero
cakes back.
flying. I mean, I wanted to bring the capes back, man, because everybody was hating on them back then. So you know,
Yeah, and I think the finished product really speaks for itself. I mean, again, just going to it'll be one thing if you like, just had one experience and you just held on to that and just ran with it. Like you had one person run up to you say, "Oh, I love this design. I love this character. I love these books." But that's not the case, right? I mean, we've been to from Philly to New York to Phoenix to Houston to Chicago to it's about four of the city, Cleveland. It's so many different cities that we've been where the character designs just really strike people and really start to kind of lock them in. So I think the execution was near flawless on this one. So
I
I think it's
appreciate
dope. I mean, even as you start to explain, your personal inspirations that went into this, I think one cool thing that you could touch on is just how is his suit spawned like inside of in the universe? How does he put the suit on? Because I think that's a
Um,
interesting
so
tidbit.
he controls a power called the Kokora, and the Kokora is dark matter. It's the manipulation of all the atoms around you. That's what you see glowing around him. That's the blue you see from his hands. That's what's lighting up in his eyes. So his suit is actually manifested by his thoughts.
Hmm.
It's not a suit he got to put on. He don't got to go in the phone booth and hairpin throw them tights on. He ain't gotta do that. And I kind of like that. I kind of liked how Green Lantern's ring works when he puts on the
Hmm.
suit. Like how like he can be wearing anything, but once he put that suit on, it just comes
Hmm.
on. So I always thought that was a fire idea, and I always hated the idea of somebody got to go into a phone booth, man. You know what I'm saying I hated
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I hated it.
Absolutely ridiculous.
A phone booth out of everywhere, like he could have went anywhere to change,
Hmm.
but
Okay.
homeboy wanted to take up somebody's phone call, man.
He'd be in shambles right now in 2025. When the last time you seen a phone
Yeah,
booth?
yeah. Well, where you gonna go, man? You know what I'm
No
saying
cats getting saved out of trees today.
some
So,
some random public bathroom or something. I mean, a stall or something.
all right. So, next question, man. Next official question. How did you know Acolyte was the title to start the Concrete universe with?
The name Acolyte is the the the. It means to start the ceremony. He's the starter of the ceremony. So it was just like a divine intervention. It wasn't like it really wasn't planned. It was just like it just happened when I created it, when I made the character, and it just placed right. Like I think
Mhm.
I don't know, like even if Concrete, even if I just did like Alonzo Star Comic Company and that was just one character, it would have been Acolyte. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But the fact that Concrete Comics was what I did. Thank you, Bree. Now get out of here. Okay? Yeah, I like it. Yeah, man. The kids love to show their love and affection when you're like,
When you're in the
working.
middle of something, right?
You know what I'm saying? All day they don't talk to me. But but yeah, no, I just thought you know, because I came from Concrete Music. Concrete Music was my original baby as a producer and a rapper, and I had other artists and producers with me. And it started off with just a mixtape that I dropped, and it led to me meeting so many other people that
Hmm.
it became a music company. And the same exact thing happened with Acolyte and with Concrete Comics. When I started Concrete Comics and I just started posting Acolyte, just sharing that I'm making a comic book, it led to me meeting so many people that it eventually turned into a publishing company. And Acolyte was the original train that started the movement. You know,
Hmm. All right, I think that's a perfect segue into the next question, right? So, explain the impact hip hop culture has had on your creative process.
man, growing up, I always had a special place in my heart for Wu Tang because they blended three things that I loved.
Hmm.
I loved hip hop, I loved kung fu movies, and I loved superheroes. And they did
Hmm.
all three to like to perfection. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like having, all their names are kung fu names from old movies, Ghostface Killer and Master Ace and all these other names. And then, Ghostface Killer calls himself Tony Starks.
Hmm.
And Method Man calls himself Johnny Blaze. And RZA, they all got their names. So like to me, that was just such a dope blend of just nerd culture, hip hop culture all in one. And Wu
Hmm.
Tang did it the best, man. And then you like video games as well, like Def Jam, Fight for New York,
Yep.
Vendettas, and all them Jones like that. It was just perfect. That hip hop blends with everything. Like
Oh yeah.
literally. It blends with everything so seamlessly. And out of all the music, I feel like hip hop in its truest form is the most expressive, like the most real expressive form of songwriting and creating art.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you really I know like singing is glorious, but a lot of singers don't write their own songs. You know what I mean?
Right.
a lot of rock and roll people is really about the instrumentation and throw the words over it. But when you rapping, people are literally listening to every word you say and picking it apart, seeing how you rhyme and seeing if you got a vocabulary and a you know what this word means, if you're using a word
Hmm.
correct, you know what I'm saying your
Yeah.
verses.
Yeah.
So it's so much more goes into being a rapper, which I think why it was such an easy transition into comics
Hmm.
because every word is intentional, every bar.
Right.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? We're not
Yep.
saying stuff just to say it. Like I
Yeah.
want you to feel what's going on here in this medium. So I feel like you know I wouldn't be who I am without hip hop, without the rhythm of the beats, man.
Yeah, no, and I think that's the perfect parallel, right? And I think that was one of the things that you kind of go through, like when you hit your learning curve in comics and everything like that, is that you have a finite amount of space on each page, right? And you know, each page comes at a cost, and really that cost is opportunity. Like, what do I want my audience to know, or what path do I want to lead them down? So yeah, so just like a song, right? You only got a finite number of bars that you got to express yourself, and
You
that's
only
what you
got
do
a
from page to
couple.
page.
You only got a
Yeah.
couple, man. Before boys be
Yeah,
like, man, this joint is trash, man.
exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing with comics, right? Like you really only, especially when people come to the table, right? You were, you did a video the other day and you were kind of flipping through books, right? And you were saying, every page is fire, right?
It's a banger.
It's because it has to be, right? Because when people come up to the tables and they're flipping, you only get a couple turns for they like, nah, I don't like what I'm seeing, right?
Oh yeah,
So the same craft that you put into music is definitely required when you
yeah,
come to the comic book space. And I mean, you mentioned Wu-Tang and everybody, and we were just we just came across them in New York, right? Because they just did their comic situation with Marvel. So it's funny how it's like a dichotomy between like nerd culture and hip hop. Like if you think about us growing up, right?
yeah,
One was like for like the nerds, or like some people thought certain things were lame, like if you was heavy into comics or reading and things like that. But it was
yeah.
cool to be on the hip hop side. But when you really look back at it, it was always intertwined from the
It was
jump.
always
It
intertwined.
was always there, that those connective tissues have been like ingrained in us. So now I think we kind of see the fruits of that, where, like you said, Concrete comes with a cool factor that a lot of folks don't have, because that authenticity is kind of built for the past 30 years, right?
I actually find it funny, man, with like rappers, right? Like they portray themselves so hard, so so like anti this human, right? But in
Hmm.
the core of it, bro, you rhyme words. Like you're a poet.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a creative. You're an art. You're a very creative person. You go into a booth, you write down words, and you want to make them rhyme and stuff. That's a
Yep.
nerd. That's a nerd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're a dork. You're a dork. 100%.
You're a dork, man. You know what I mean?
Just
Like there's no way around it. And I think that's the narrative that got to start being taught in hip hop because you're not a gangster first. You're a rapper. You're a rhyme.
Mhm.
You rhyme things and you make things sound cool, man. And you really take your time to do it. So chill
Yep.
out, man. You know what I
So
mean?
so let's I mean so yeah, so let's keep pushing forward, because it's all kind of in the same spirit. Name your wish list of people, 3 to 5 folks that you would want to collaborate with on a comic book.
On a comic book, is this like writer or artist or it don't matter?
This could literally be anything, right? I mean, again, like referencing back to what we just talked about with the Mass Effect piece of it, right? So,
Yeah.
we just, or Mass Appeal, sorry. Mass Appeal and Marvel thing, right? So yeah, see, perfect example, right? Like Outkast, they had their joints, right? So it's a lot of folks out there that kind of, it's not even really genre breaking, really. It's just that other bit of expression, right? So, you know, favorite rappers, favorite artists, favorite actors, favorite historical figures, just anybody. Top 3 folks that you was like, you know what? This person has a dope story to tell. I want to help them tell it.
I was thinking, bro. Like I've been a fan of this person for a long time, and I definitely got him on my list to run up on for real, for real. I want to do a project with Fat Joe. I think I think because Fat Joe, like I realistically used to look at him like a superhero, or not a
Hmm.
superhero, but like a villain,
He was
because
definitely a villain.
he was literally like that character in hip hop. Like you would hear rumors about him. He used to be in Philly a lot. He used to come
Hmm.
to Philly a lot. Philly was like his second home. But there's like a Puerto Rican section in Philly, and he was like the guy, bro. He was like literally he was like Kingpin. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I just think with his story, with his intellect, like we could design something crazy centered around Fat Joe, and it'll be real. It'll be so authentic that it'll be dope. And once again, there ain't too many Puerto Rican superheroes or characters
Yeah.
that are powerful and significant. So I would love to do one with him. Um, I would love to do one with Will Smith. I think that would be fire.
Hmm.
Will Smith, I think we could create something really crazy, really dope. Something, and I would want to do something that is centered around his his comedic type of
Yeah.
mentality. You know what I mean? It don't gotta be all gritty and crazy, and unless he wants to, I'm fine
Hmm.
with that too. But I want to capture that essence that the Fresh Prince had. You know what I'm saying? That Fresh Prince on TV had. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Capture that in comic book form. That'd be fire. Yeah, he did do Hancock. Hancock is a banger. You know.
Hmm.
Um, and if we say if I wanted to, let me give you a third person. I'm gonna be honest. Probably it might be cheesy, but probably LeBron, man.
Yeah.
I think LeBron. Like we could just use him. Like he's the mold already. So
Yeah, he's done everything else, right?
just use him. But the secondary person I was thinking about was I would do Serena as well.
Mm,
Serena
okay.
Serena would be a very easy comic book to make for
So
sure.
so as I, just kind of like analyze your list of folks that you just threw out there, one of the things that kind of strikes me is that all three, four of the people that you named, like their entire lives have been on display, right? But for the most part, they've always shown up as who they are. From day one, you've seen the vulnerability in Will from the very beginning to where he is now. Like it seems like you connect with authentic folks, right? Like those, like everybody that you name, like they've shown you who they are time and time again, in the light and in the dark. So I think that's dope. Off the top of my head, I think my list would definitely be D Wade.
Hmm.
Uh, Dwayne Wade, he was definitely an inspiration for most of my creative processes,
Hmm.
how I go through business, a lot of things there. Uh, Jeff Teague actually jumps out on the list of folks because from a storytelling standpoint, like this dude got a story
Yeah.
for everything, right? And just his style of storytelling is dope. So that's definitely probably, I wouldn't say top two, but definitely two of the people that comes to mind almost immediately,
Hmm.
for something like that.
Oh yeah, nah. Who would you do on the film side?
Film,
Film, one film person, one hip hop person, man. Come on.
yo, I mean, is it cheating to say 50? Because I mean, he kind of checked both boxes. Because for me, like,
He would be an easy cat to do for sure.
like, I don't think, I don't think anybody that I didn't like know, like outside of Wade, I don't think anybody had a greater like impact on my life just to see like how he navigated from where he started to where he is now.
Hmm.
Um, he would definitely be that person.
No, I ain't mad at that at all.
Yes,
I
sir.
definitely understand what you're saying. Um,
So as
and
we
who
talk
would you?
about, go ahead.
You know, I mean, I got your music guy, but who would you do on the? Oh, well, I mean, I got your actor side, right? You said the actor.
Well, I said 50 would kind of check both those
Oh
boxes,
yeah,
but
he does check both
but
boxes.
from an actor side, man, it would have to be like current, like right now actors. I'll give you three. Um, I would go Jonathan Majors,
Hmm.
just because I think from an acting standpoint, he's extraordinary. I think his creative genius like shines through a lot, and I think it's kind of underrated, in terms of like how much range he displays.
Right.
at times. So I think he would definitely be high on the list. Damon Wayans would also be on my list
Mm,
because he's one of those actors. I mean, he's been funny for as long as we've been alive, right? But you could just see and hear the stories of like behind the camera stuff. Like there's a lot of brilliance just throughout the Wayans family altogether. But
yeah.
for me, like Damon was always that guy because of the things that he's written, how he's shown up, and I think he would be a good one to work with. And then I think Lakeith Stanfield would probably be the other one because when you talk about range, like that dude could literally do any and everything. And that's rare. Like we all like
Yeah.
black actors don't always like a lot of times we get typecast for whatever reason, right? And I feel like he's
Mhm.
been one that has consistently faded the typecasting stigma.
Yeah, no, I like those ideas. Those are all fresh young cats too, man. I ain't hear you say like
Except Damon. I mean Damon. I don't know if you're a
he's-
fresh young cat
I
though.
still consider him young though, because he like
Damon Wayne is like
I
60
don't,
years old.
you know what, I thought you said Marlon. I'm tripping. Yeah, he is up there. He is up there. He up there in the 60s for sure. So no, I like that choice too. I like that choice. I mean, honorable mention for me was like Sam Jack and
Oh yeah.
Denzel. You know what I'm
Yeah, Sam
saying?
Jack, Denzel. I mean, we couldn't. I mean, we got such a deep, rich pool
Lawrence
to pull from.
Fishburne. You know what I mean? The cats,
Yeah,
cats up there would be fire to do, man.
even Robert Townsend, right? I mean, I know you had the interaction with him
I would
about how
love to
much
do that.
he inspired Acolyte
Mhm.
from the Meteor Man situation. Who's to say that there's not a market for a Meteor Man comic run, right? That's
I wouldn't be mad about getting that IP in concrete, man. It'd be a perfect home for it.
hey
It'd
hey
be a
man.
perfect home for it. If you're listening, Robert, hey, you know what I mean?
If
The
you're listening,
resources are here.
if you're listening, sir, tap in with us.
Meteor Man would be fire to be in the concrete universe, man, for
Most
sure.
definitely. Most definitely. So, next question. We got a couple left. If you
Mhm.
could start your comic book journey over, what would you do differently, and or what advice would you give your younger self?
If I could start it over, that's a tough question, man, because if I do anything differently, I may not be who I am. You know what
Ah,
I'm saying?
yes. Yeah.
I may not be who I am. Like I had to go through these things to be who I am, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
the timing had to be perfect. Like Black Panther dropped, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um and well his the real drop was 2016 during Civil War. That's when we saw them and we was like, okay,
Oh, that
okay.
was
You know what I'm
talk
saying?
about an entrance. Yo, that
That was an entrance. So
that
and
yeah.
we yeah, Blade has always been one of my favorites, right? And but Blade, I didn't even know who Blade was when it dropped. So
Hmm.
it was just like to me, it was just a movie. But
Yeah,
when Black
exactly.
Panther dropped in film, that's somebody I never thought I would ever see in live action because we never saw none of our significant heroes
Yeah.
in live action. So seeing Black Panther come out of Civil War was like, all right, what are we doing here? And
Hmm.
then when he dropped his solo joint, man, Jesus, bro, it was such an energetic time of life for the culture, man. People going to see that movie 3, 4 times. I saw it like 3 times. And I remember
Yep.
when I would see it, I would call my bros like, yo, y'all trying to take a trip to Wakanda? And that meant you want to see the
Yeah.
movie. You know what I'm saying? It was like that type of experience, and it was just amazing, man. So the fact that from 2016, well, me making that Clark Kent song, I released that in 2016. I made that song in 2013, but just never released it because I didn't know what to do with the song. But for some reason, I wasn't even really watching the superhero movies like that. But Batman vs Superman was coming out, and I had this
Yep.
Clark Kent song. Why not put it out? And that
Hmm.
led me to the Comic Cons. The Civil War dropped, and then Black Panther drops. It was like just the energy manifesting within my brain was already ready to do what I was doing, and
Yeah.
it just happened fluently. So I don't think I would change anything in my journey, man. I think we did everything right. We took our time. We didn't rush nothing out. We didn't rush those stories out because I wrote Act Like issue 1. It's a whole another issue 1 that I had written.
Right.
was starting to draw it. I had all kind of things done.
Hmm.
If I'd have dropped that one, it might not have hit the same.
Yeah.
Taking my time and putting it out the way I needed to. Yeah, I don't think I could change anything, man. But
Yeah.
advice I would give to my younger self would just be more patient with myself. Be more open to things that scared me at that time.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And just be more sure of myself. Don't be afraid to go out there and talk to nobody. I was never really afraid to go out there and talk to anybody, but I definitely had my red flags up. You know what I mean? For certain
Yeah.
energies and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
You know,
yeah, I
I
don't
think
know.
you said a couple powerful things, man. Like if you when you really look back, right? Like everybody always thinks that, things have been rough or like they kind of have regrets about the past and everything like that. But when you really start to look at the butterfly effect of life, you understand that every decision you made and every experience that you went through kind of shaped who you are today, right? And even if you don't
Mhm.
like where you are today, just understand that you're still being molded for tomorrow, right? So where you're
Yep.
at right now is exactly where you need to be because there's a lesson in everything. So I think where you started to where you are today was carefully guided, right? Like you needed to come across people that you came across. You needed to go through the experiences that you went through, so
Yeah.
that way you could be better tomorrow.
Oh no, for sure, bro. For sure. Every single person, every person was supposed to be there. Every
Yep.
single one of them. You know what I mean?
And, and ironically enough, whether this was intentional or not intentional, me knowing what I know about the story of Acolyte, I mean, you see that come to life in the art as well, right? From his issue one to his issue six, uh, there's this progressive growth and this journey that he goes on to discover, who he needs to be or what he actually is, and you kind of see
Hmm.
that come to life on the pages.
Yeah. They say our subconscious is powerful, man. It's just very powerful. It'll put your life right in front of you when you don't even notice it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Through everything you do. Through everything. So
So I got
yeah.
a I got a fun question here. So me with a little bit of insider knowledge, right? I know that your favorite character is Superman, right? You're a big Dragon Ball guy on top of all of the Star Wars space and everything like that. You kind of drew some of those inspirations when creating the character. In Superman, the world finest arc, they introduced the idea of fusions. Obviously, fusions has been a big part in Dragon Ball lore. So, what comic book character would you fuse Acolyte with to save the universe and why?
Save the universe. Okay.
Save the universe. So, this is a universal threat that we're
So
dealing
it's the
with.
universal joint. Mm.
Hmm.
And slight correction. I do love Superman, but Silver Surfer is really my favorite. Like I'm a big Silver
Ah,
Surfer
yes, yes,
guy.
yes.
Silver Surfer and Gambit are like they up there for me.
Hmm.
All swag and aura. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But
I mean, you said you really like the tights though, so I know you
watch
were big on
yourself.
the you were
Watch
big
out
on
now.
you were big on the underwear outside of
Watch
the
out now.
leggings. So
No, 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 no. I would say if I could fuse them, it's hard to say because Acolyte's already like Himothy, man. But if I could fuse them,
hey man,
if I could fuse them with somebody,
we talking about Veles showing up, we talking about Darkseid
mm,
showing up, we talking about
mm,
damn Thanos showing up all at the same time, man. He gonna need a little
I
gonna need a
don't,
little
you
bit of
know what?
help, man.
I I do something diabolical then. I think mixing him with that entity, um mixing him with maybe like Dormammu or something, man, or like him and Doctor Strange, him and
Ah,
like
so
the evil Doctor Strange,
you need a little dark energy, huh?
yeah, yeah, for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't go nowhere without the darkness, man.
Hmm.
You can't have light without the dark. So I think like somebody like him, like a Doctor Doom. Surprisingly, a lot of my inspiration in Acolyte's aura comes from like three characters. I'm a big Magneto guy. So Magneto is more so the presence, how he carries himself, the the stoicness, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? And then the the curiousness and the reservedness is Martian Manhunter,
Okay.
and the other part is all me. I'm saying for sure, for sure. But you know what I mean. I love how Magneto just how when it comes down to how he carries himself. You know what I'm saying? Like how he be talking to cats, how he
Hmm.
say what he means, and he ain't never gonna falter on that. So I love that aspect. So yeah, no, I think yeah, I would definitely fuse him with like a Doctor Strange or a Doctor Doom, somebody like that.
Okay.
You know what I
Now
mean?
let's before we jump to this last question, right? Let's break down this graphic that we got here in the back. I don't know how many folks have seen this, but you want to blow that up a little bit and just walk through the inspiration on this one.
I don't know if I can blow it up, but I can
Or drop
just
the question, yeah.
yeah, I can just drop it, man. So this is from the Star Wars Episode 4, the iconic cover. I think I got that. Hold on, let me. I might as well just show the side by side, right? But
Hmm.
yeah, no. When I was just thinking about what I could do to make a really dope, impactful variant cover, this one just popped out, man. This one there was no other choice, man.
Hmm.
And the crazy thing is, ironically, I had the exact amount of characters to make this
Yeah.
work. I had everything. I had every single thing needed to make this cover work. I didn't have to create no characters or nothing. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I had my version of like a Death Star in issue 5. So it worked
Yep.
perfectly with the Death Star behind Darth Vader, and uh Acolyte is definitely very Luke Skywalker-ish if we're talking about, his
Yeah.
importance and how he carries himself, and Darth Vader, like Veles, on a mission to do what they gotta do. They serving a higher master that you don't really see. And then you got Han Solo, and that's with Kaylon. You got Princess Leia and Abner. And just it just worked out perfectly, man. I'm
Yeah.
very proud of this cover. Very proud of
Yeah,
this
no,
cover.
I think it's definitely one of my favorite Acolyte covers um of all time. I think the refresh issue number one, I think that was the perfect way to drop a re-release of an issue. That's a fantastic cover. But yeah, this one's definitely up there. And then by this being an exclusive variant, right? That says to me that this is really the only time to get it, right? During this Kickstarter campaign that we
Only
got live right now.
only time to get this, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's on shirts and everything. Me, I'm gonna have as many copies as I need because I need this. I need this joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it to my pops and everybody. But
Yep.
this one really means a lot to me because Star Wars was kind of the initiation into geekdom for me. One of the
Hmm.
first things that my dad introduced me to. So my creative level started in the stars, and
Hmm.
to be able to do this with my cover is in the first arc of Volume 1. I couldn't have planned it perfectly, man. I couldn't have planned it no better than this, bro. And
Hmm.
it's crazy because the story I told, like I didn't have my story wasn't all the way fleshed out when I first started this thing. I tell my story as I go. So the fact that it panned out like this, incredible, man, incredible.
And I think that's like that's like once you reach that point where like you're creating for your own fulfillment,
Hmm.
right? I think that's when you produce the best stuff, where it's not motivated by anything other than telling a great story and kind of putting your dreams on paper.
Hmm. Yeah, nah, bro. This was incredible, and shout out to all our variant covers, man. You're drawing fire. Odina,
Hmm.
fire. I can't wait for them to see what Absolver got cooking as well. Um,
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite covers, which I know that you gave me a lot of slack for, was my J. Cole cover. I didn't know that
Oh
you
yeah.
were cut from the J. Cole cloth like that. Um,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That was yeah. When I had to throw mine away, I was like, oh. Okay, I see what he's doing. What I
Well,
think, what triggered me the most is like you're not a J. Cole guy for real, man. Like
I'm a J. Cole guy, just not as
you,
as deep as you are.
that's what I'm
I'm a J.
saying.
Cole guy though. Like, he's amongst my favorite of the newer generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
but I
he's
mean,
my top
you
three.
could have done a freeway cover. You could have done a
Freeway is crazy.
what's your you could have done a Meek Mill cover. You could have you had so you could have a Benny Siegel cover. You had so many options.
My favorite rapper of all time is DMX, and there's
Exactly. You could have
and
done, and then you
Jamil.
let Jamil take the
I
DMX.
let him take the flesh of my flesh because you know how blood is with him. Like
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean. Blood is his thing, but it's I couldn't. I don't know. Maybe the Then There Was X album could be a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got
His
options.
so
But the
yeah.
best part about it is we got an incredible runway at Concrete. You know what we've done in these 6.5 years is literally just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much under the surface right now that people are yet to see or hear about. But when they do,
Oh
it'll
yeah, yeah.
it'll make some waves for sure. So definitely looking forward to the future. So I got one last question for you.
Yes sir, yes sir.
When it's all said and done, what do you want people to remember about you and your creations?
That everything I created was authentic, never gimmicky, never something that was just like what's popular right now. Let me do that. I
Hmm.
wanted to make something timeless, something that was not predicated on this 2020 to 20, and beyond era. Because I think, some characters like that. I think,
Hmm.
by the grace of God, they were able to reinvent Captain America, but he was done.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Once it hit like 2000s, it was over with. Like that that World War II lore was cooked. They kind of are in that pathway with the X-Men with Magneto. You know what I mean? Like 20 years from now, are they still gonna be talking about that? You know what I'm saying? Like he
You're
was
right. Yeah.
connected to
Yeah.
that. So I didn't want nothing like that to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to tell a story that was dope, and I kind of every. Can you plug that in for me over there on the wall? Quick, quick, quick. You know what I'm saying? So doing that was just I just want to be remembered as somebody that went out of their way to fully express themselves in this genre and creatively. Push it in.
Hmm.
Be strong. There you go. Just in. Now get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, just I just really wanted to. I really want people to remember that I just put my all into it. It's authentically me, 100% me, my thoughts, my brain. Um, I'm not trying to recreate anything. I wanted to
Hmm.
really create something fresh and brand new with Acolyte, with Zoria, with all my characters. I wanted a fresh take on genres that people love, the way I would want to read them, and that's
Hmm.
what you getting stories that I genuinely love myself. Not that no one else loves. If you love it, then you love it because it's just a dope story. But I'm writing this stuff for me for sure.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Nah, man, I think that's dope. And I think that's how you create those timeless classics, right? When we think about all the things that inspired us from 25 years ago, it wasn't really like leaning into, what was hot or trying to catch a trend. It was just its purest form of artistic expression, and that's what stands the test of time.
It does, man, and it can't be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? Like what we doing can't be duplicated. There's people that are inspired by our creations, and you
Hmm.
see it sometimes in their stories and their origins and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple acolyte-ish origins popping out of there.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I see some hooded characters try to make their way out here, but my as you asked me earlier in the interview, is that the hood really meant something to me. It wasn't just I just didn't throw it on there because I thought it was cool. It
Yeah.
was a part of me. You know what I mean? It was a part
Yep.
of who I am, and people feel that. People feel when
Hmm.
you're being real. You know,
Yep.
like that's you can't fake that. You know,
Yes,
you
sir.
can't fake it at all. So yeah, yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man.
Most definitely, man. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Tell the people, you know, while they're here, what's out there right now. Where can they pick up these 6 issues of Acolyte?
Well, listen, y'all, we got about 13 of them things left. 13 or 12 days it might be right now. Acolyte Volume 1 is officially out and officially available on Kickstarter, and you guys can go up there, support it, buy it, and get all 6 issues right now. Also, you can order the Acolyte source book as well. Source book volume one, that fully fully collection of the full volume, all the characters broken down. You get to know who they are, what they do, where they're from, their origins, and I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more excited. We got some great tiers. The prices are great, man. The prices are kind of fire.
Oh yeah.
Um, hop out
Oh
there and
yeah.
get it, man. Go to
The,
that
the,
Kickstarter. Go support this book. This is a book that you want in your collection for sure.
Yes, sir. Make sure you grab that collector's edition. Like you mentioned before, this exclusive variant is only available during this Kickstarter campaign right here, right now. Just seeing the rise of concrete over the past 6 years, in 10 years from now, this is definitely going to be one of those collector's editions that you want, sitting on your shelf. It's going to be right up there with the black bag Supermans of the world,
Oh
and
yes. Oh yes.
you're gonna want to have your hands on it.
Man, and if y'all like this one, just wait till these next arcs start dropping, man. Y'all gonna be really blown away. So, some big things are coming with Concrete Comics. Big things are coming from the world of Acolyte and all the other characters as well. So, I appreciate everybody that's been tapped in, tuned in, and been rocking with Concrete for the duration of our careers. And just to let y'all know we ain't going nowhere, man. So, stay locked in and keep it concrete as always. Mr. Cecil, you did an amazing job hosting Concrete Approved, man. You got some pretty good
Man,
questions here, man.
much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. I said
I
I'm
ain't
gonna get
lying.
on concrete approved one way or another.
Hey, I got some guests I'm throwing at you, man. I'm gonna throw the hardest guest possible too, man. Just
Let's do
pure
it.
disgruntled cats, man.
Let's do it.
No, this is dope, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, and make sure y'all watch this playback on YouTube, on our Facebook, and on Twitch, man. And y'all know the vibes. Keep it concrete.